Hello, guys. Well, it is Friday, so you know what that means, lame humor. Kind of a short version today, but let's hop right into it. Which U.S. state is famous for its extra small soft drinks? That would be Minnesota. Just when you think it can't get any lamer, it can. So there's a fitness coach here in town that's sending clients to the Lowe's hardware store. Apparently she found out they can get thinner there. Thinner. Yep. Here's something that I don't understand. I recently made a phone call, and what I heard was, if you understand English, press 1. If you don't understand English, press 2. Now, is that really going to work? I don't think so. Here are some headlines. You guys want headlines? We got headlines. So, man accused of killing lawyer receives new attorney. I don't know if I'd want to take that job. These are all real, by the way. I didn't make these up. Breathing oxygen linked to staying alive. Who would have thought? Convicted murderer says detective ruined his reputation. This true headline. Apparently the arresting officer made defamatory remarks and ruined his good name. Here's an interesting one. Utah Poison Control Center reminds everyone not to take poison. In case you have to be reminded, they want to remind people not to take poison. Students cook and serve grandparents. Ugh. Yep. Here's one I was wondering about. Hospitals resort to hiring doctors. What were they using before, right? Ernie. Little note about Ernie and his grandpa. He was telling me about his grandpa. Apparently his grandfather warned people about the Titanic. And he tried to warn people that it was going to sink. And apparently people wouldn't listen to him, and he just kept warning them. And finally they took action and threw him out of the theater. But he did his best. Here's a couple of Aggie stories for you. There's a group of counterfeiters counterfeiting some money, and they made a mistake and printed up a bunch of $15 bills. So they knew that was going to be a problem, so they decided to go down into Aggie country and see if they could pawn these bills off, thinking maybe they wouldn't know the difference. So they drove down there, found a general store. The first guy went in and said, can you give me change for this? And he gave him one of his $15 bills. And the Aggie there that was working at the store said, no problem, would you like 5 3s or 2 7s and a 1? So if you ever find a 3 in your wallet, you'll know where that came from. And that brings up the big event of the year was the Aggie Convention. It was a convention to prove that Aggies were not dumb. Stadium, I think it's Kyle Field, was filled. 80,000 people were there to witness this. They asked for a volunteer to get it started, so a volunteer made his way through the crowd, came up on stage. He said, so we're here to prove that Aggies aren't dumb, so let's just get it started. What is 7 plus 7? And the Aggie, he thought about it for a minute, and he said, 21? And of course, the announcer was disappointed, but about that time, all the other Aggies in the stadium jumped up and started yelling, give him another chance, give him another chance, give him another chance. So they thought, well, we've already got TV coverage here, the newspapers are here, why not give him another chance? So he said, so we'll give it another shot here. What is 10 plus 10? And he thought about that for a minute, and he said 26. And he said, no, that's not right. And then again, all the Aggies stood up and started saying, give him another chance. So they were pretty disappointed, but they thought, well, we'll just give this one more shot. He said, look, here's the last chance. What's 2 plus 2? And he thought about it for 4 or 5 minutes there, and finally said 4. And before anything else could happen, all the Aggies jumped up. They started stomping their feet, waving their Aggie towels, and screaming, "Give him another chance, give him another chance." Not sure exactly how that turned out, but that was the story about the way that it happened. To wrap up today, I wanted to read you something that I found. I just thought this, we get some comments of people wanting us to upgrade our intelligence on these videos, which is difficult for me to do. But I did find a very philosophical piece that I wanted to share with you. And this is the age-old question of why did the chicken cross the road? And we're getting some anticipated response from various well-known people throughout the world. So with the question, why did the chicken cross the road? This is Oprah Winfrey. Well, I understand that the chicken is having problems, which is why he wants to cross the road so badly. So instead of having the chicken learn from his mistakes and take falls, which is a part of life, I'm going to give this chicken a new car so that he can just drive across the road and not live his life like the rest of the chickens. That's an Oprah answer. How about Ernest Hemingway? You all know Ernest Hemingway. Why did the chicken cross the road? To die in the rain alone. Yeah, he's not a half full glass guy, is he? How about Grandpa? Why did the chicken cross the road? Well, in my day, we didn't ask why the chicken crossed the road. Somebody told us the chicken crossed the road, and that was good enough for us. That's that answer for you. What about Barbara Walters? In a few moments, we will be listening to the chicken tell for the first time the heartwarming story of how it experienced a serious case of molting and went on to accomplish its lifelong dream of crossing the road. Barbara Walters. How about Aristotle? It is the nature of chickens to cross the road. Wow, that's kind of deep. How about Dr. Phil? Why did the chicken cross the road? Dr. Phil. The problem we have here is that this chicken won't realize that he must first deal with the problem on this side of the road before it goes after the problem on the other side of the road. What we need to do is help him realize how stupid he is acting by not taking on his current problems before adding any new problems. That would be Dr. Phil's answer. How about Albert Einstein? Why did the chicken cross the road? Did the chicken really cross the road, or did the road move beneath the chicken? Something to think about. What about Colonel Sanders? Did I miss one? Yep, that's probably what he's thinking. So I'm going to wrap it up for today. I'll just leave you with one last answer to that question. This would be, why did the chickens cross the road? Bill Clinton. Answer would be, I did not cross that road with that chicken. Okay, guys, I think that's lame enough for one day. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend.